A 32-year-old male from Spruce Grove was arrested in relation to online communications he had engaged in. He had also shared some images of child nudity. During the course of the investigation, a search warrant was executed and the male was arrested. A post-arrest interview subsequent to the search warrant also determined that he had committed contact offenses against 2 of his children. There were no nude images shared of his children that we have identified at this point. However, forensic examination of the devices is still ongoing, and it's a long and labor-intensive process. So the investigation I described is still pretty early on, and we have a lot of work to do forensically to continue that to determine any additional offenses that may or may not have been committed. So it's really a big team effort, and it takes the resources from the entire unit to be able to complete an investigation for this day, and it turns it into a very long day. It affects you in a lot of different ways. On the day-to-day regular work that we do, you try to be as clinical as you possibly can and maintain a healthy balance between the work and between your own personal beliefs and how you feel about the work. So you try to remain as clinical about the investigations as you can. But in a situation like this, where we do identify toddler age victims and remove them from a potentially ongoing abusive familial relationship, you can't help but feel like that was worth putting all the effort into it as quickly as we did. The Zebra Center provides an unbelievably important assistance in our investigations. I'd go as far as to say it's beyond working well together, to the point where we work so closely together on some of these investigations where victims are identified, that in order for us to do the job that we need to do as the investigators for the Internet Child Exploitation aspect, we have to rely on them for their expertise in child supports and child interviewing. The relationship between our unit and the NCECC is beyond just cooperation. I think personally, in order for us to be able to do our job and for them to be able to do their job, we would require each other. We could not operate in the same capacity unilaterally without the support from them, and I think it would be the same thing on their end, where they just would not ever be able to deal with the volume of investigations that they address without the support of ICE units from across Canada, let alone just us. The first thing they should do is contact the police, or if they want to contact anonymously, they can report through cybertip.ca, and those investigations come to us, and that's how you would initiate an investigation if you have concerns.